Shepard.
Rex.
Shepard.
Hello! How are we doing? Just a little bit late there, getting cat watered, myself teed. Got you on my phone while enjoying a nice chicken pasta bake. Good for you. I have had no food yet, hence why I'm just filling up on tea and biscuits. That'll get me through the stream. Right, let's see. Make sure this is working. Can you hear me all right? And all the usual faff. Here we go. Game is visible. So, how are we all doing? Not that it's been that long since I've last spoke to y'all. For last night's Bioshock stream. You know, I had a thought about Bioshock this morning. That it just kind of dawned on me. A positive to that game, the fact that at no point during that 2.5-hour stream did I ever stop to question the logic of the actual world. You know, we're in an underwater city where everybody has magic drug-infused powers, and we are chasing after little demon baby girls to harvest them of their magical sauce or whatever the fuck's going on. And there's giant diver suit robot dudes. You know, none of that. At no point did I ever question any of that. I was just like in it. You know what I mean? Instantly just hooked by like the nonsense logic of the setting. You know, and I think that's worth mentioning. You know what I mean? Now, to say nothing about the gameplay being terrible. No. Objectively terrible game. So, where were we? We are responding to an emergency distress beacon. There's a giant asteroid heading for a human colony of Terra Nova. The asteroid is being piloted, essentially. The engines used by human engineers for whatever sciencey purposes have been hijacked by Batarian terrorists. The worst kind of terrorists. Because they're Batarians. And we are nothing if not racist against Batarians. Drug-infused powers siphoned from sea slugs, if you say so. But before we continue with the actual primary objective, we are also on the hunt for a few missing members of the engineering team. Very last thing we did was we hooked ourselves into the local radio to try to find all their locations. This victim was badly beaten before being killed with a pistol shot to the back of the head at close range. It's likely he surrendered, only to be executed by his sadistic captors. Just to really lean into Batarians suck before we continue the rest of this DLC. The central transmission tower's in reference again. No one ever listens to my warnings. My single points of failure. It's nothing. It's just engineering. Engineering notes. He was out here to fix a transmitter. Right. Engineer number 2. It'd be nice to live on an asteroid, life in the fast lane all the time. I think it'd be shite. I think it would be objectively pretty shite, personally. Not quite as shite as living on Rapture. What's worse, actually? Bottom of the sea or on an asteroid? Given the choice, I'd rather live on a comet. At least you can look at the TVs and fridges. Oh! A funny joke. Is Comet even a thing anymore? The brand, the store? Genuinely don't know. It's been so long since I've seen one.
Recall imminent.
lighting is really difficult to get right. It's too damn bright these days. Well, I just turned that off. How does that look? Too dark. Don't know. Can't fix it. Just have to get rid of the sun. I worked at a comet once. Bloody horrible. Did you get shot in the back of the head by Batarian terrorists? Where they tried to steal your fridges. Alrighty, after that bumpy ride. Decryption skill too low. Fix that! Who do we have? Nobody who does any description. Alright, fair enough. Ah, shit. Just max out your shotguns, buddy. Ooh. You know what, yeah, let's just max out our Spectre training. Why not? And our Singularity. No, but the Solarians kept making me compare the prices to curries to get a discount. Goddamn Solarians! This body has severe burns and shows signs of major concussive trauma. Mercifully, the explosion would have killed her instantaneously. Lovely.
This is Dr. Himes. They found me, damn Batarians. I can hear them out there prowling around, trying to find a way in. It sounds like they're attaching something to the door. If I don't make it, tell my family I love them.
Tell your family what? Tell your family what? I didn't catch that. Her last words were to tell you that she loved the... We're not quite sure what the refers to. Right, fusion torch. I actually, hold on, if I remember right, there is a unmarked location kicking around somewhere. Up here, let's go have a check. Never work in retail. It kills you slowly. I'm having a depressing enough time with the whiskey shop these days. I'm really... It's time to move on. I'm going to be job hunting in the coming weeks. Once Comic-Con's done...
Warning. Approaching operational
Once the retrospective's done, then that's next priority. Which I've been working on today.
Warning.
Been quite productive.
Approaching operational boundary limits. Recall imminent.
Also working on my vault suit for Comic-Con. What?
Warning. Approaching operational boundary limits.
I know. Yeah, so here we go. There is a little unmarked secret bit over here. I can't remember what's actually here, though. If it's enemy drones or something you get attacked by. Can't mind.
Heading to position.
Computer lists complete cargo manifest of the containers outside. It is mostly uninteresting excavation equipment and parts of prefabricated work shacks. A footnote catches your eye. Explosives moved to grid. Reference 32416 for safety. Which then marks explosives cache. And we're going to shoot these for the hell of it. Ugh. Oh no, sorry, I just saw your message there, Oda. You've got a cold. That's no good. Fuck, that's really no good. You're going to be traveling in a few days. Hope you get better. Grenades, 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 grenades. Nice. 16 grenades. How many can I carry? I don't know how that works, to be honest. You can carry 5 at a time. And I've always just assumed they replenish when you go back to the Normandy. I don't know. Grenades are like, I've always been a complete afterthought. An afterthought for me in this game. Like, yeah, I'll use them occasionally. But they're not really my main thing. Right, where are we actually going now? We're hitting main facility. No, no, no. We should be hitting fusion torches first.
You're heading in the wrong direction. You've got to get to those torches.
I know. I said this. This was my idea. Hope it's over before I travel. Yeah. Righty. Once we've got the high ground on these fuckers, we might be able to hit the turrets inside their little protective shells. Just with splash damage. I'll give it another couple, and if it doesn't work, then... No? Nah, fuck it. This used to be what I always did. Whether they patched it out or changed how effective splash damage is or what.
Damn. Sorry. There's a lot of feedback. See if I can fix it. In the meantime, just keep doing...
Oh, there we go.
Warning. Ground-penetrating radar detects anti-vehicle demolitions nearby. Proceed on. Warning. Ground-penetrating radar detects anti-vehicle demolitions
Right,
nearby.
done.
Proceed on foot.
Done with the turrets. So, we have to... Wah! Sneak between these motion-detecting mines. We're going to save, for sure. Might be early to say, but since we played this game dozens of times, what is the high point of Mass Effect 1 for you? For me, it's Vermeer, probably me. That's for me too. DS4. Right, it seems to have slightly altered my control scheme between, since last week. Or I'm crazy. No, yeah, for me, Vermeer is easy, my favorite mission in the game. It's why I always leave it to last. Neveria, sorry, Feros, Neveria, which are both fine. Not my favorite, but fine. And then Vermeer is just narratively and aesthetically and I don't know, the actual variety of enemies and everything else. It's just the high point. With the Sovereign meeting too. Can you wait to get Liara after Vermeer? I would say probably yes, but I don't know because I've never tried. I think you can go the whole game with... No. You absolutely have to get Liara at some point. Because she's the one who, like, figures out what your, sort of pieces together the different parts of the Prothean vision, isn't she? So even if you get all the other parts, you need her to... So if you can see, there's this little proximity detector alarm down in the bottom right of my screen. So you're just having to, like, keep that low. I do kind of hate this bit. This specific bit is a bit of a pain. You're getting shot by snipers and missile launchers while avoiding mines. Right. Rex, where are you? Do I not have control on you for some reason?
Regroup!
Okay, strange.
That's the last of them.
Disarm the mines to make our journey back that much easier. And we're done. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I missed the first Bioshock stream. I'm going to watch the VOD later. Cool. Fantastic. But not a problem. You've not missed much. We've just been doing a little bit of side quest, finding the missing engineers. So nothing too plot relevant.
I sense trouble.
Meat!
Fuck. Come on, just get it over with.
Form up! Move it!
Both dead? Yeah. Just gonna shoot their bodies to make sure. Nope. Ah, those fuckers. These things are the bigger threat. Is there anything that actually... Whatever. Yara, did I not see you have... No? Do you not have a fucking electronics as an ability? You do. Overload? Advanced overload? I'm just not seeing it. Okay, strange. I'm very confused. She has an ability unlocked there, but it's not in her ability wheel. Which is very annoying, because that means we do not have anybody with Overload. Which is the anti-shield thing. All that's going to take is to shoot me once at point-blank range to kill me. That's why I'm so concerned by them. fuck is it? It's when it flies over your head and you can't find it. Ah.
Perimeter secured.
Are you there? You've got to hurry. You really pissed them off. Their leader's setting charges everywhere. I think he's going to blow this whole facility.
Get away from there!
Don't shoot, please! No!
That's one hell of a gun. Well, my gun is.
Who's shutting down the torches? I won't ask you again.
Look, you can tell him. It's not going to make a difference.
Find this problem and deal with it.
Balak. More like bollock.
Get out of here!
Got him. Can't wait to give Balak a right bollock. Because I'm going to shoot him. In the testicles. Actually, that is a point, because this whole DLC ends with a bit of a moral choice there, and obviously, 9 out of 10 times, we do the right thing. This time, though. Shit, bollock is way better. That all works. It's all ball related. Alright, hair done. I'm blonde now. I haven't actually asked. So you are Star Trekking it, but are you? Is it? Because I was going to make a joke about you being Tasha Yar, and then I wanted to segue into that and actually ask what color your I forget what the fucking faction's called. Starfleet uniform is. Can't wanted to call it the Federation. Oh, I guess that works. Technically. The Alliance. The Republic. Because if I remember right, it's a science. It's a blue one. Righty. Fusion torch and the last of the missing engineers are in this direction. You have a blue-green uniform. So, blue. Oh, me too. I'm gonna have my blue vault suit. We're gonna be matching. It's gonna be right embarrassing. We're gonna be wearing the same thing. Oh, my tailbone. Just gotta keep moving. Thankfully, they have uninvented homing missiles in the future. Like, we peaked with the Javelin. In the future now, they've just got line of sight. Very slow firing. Fucking Mario missiles. Bullet bills or whatever. So as long as you just, like, lazily move forward. See? Can't hit shit. Can't hit shit. Or again, just like Mario. Well, that one wasn't even aiming for me. Just jump over. Now, there's something that has changed. Because back in the old days... Oh no, you can still do it. You just gotta be a bit careful with your fuel. Yeah, you can kind of half hover if you... if you really spam the X button. I'm actually dyeing my hair a colour, but it needs to go blonde first. Yeah, okay, obviously. That makes sense. You were well, not joking, but you were just saying about how you were considering, like, changing skin color to, like, a green or a blue because, you know, sci-fi, alien people. But, that's a bit too much. Faint footprints in the dust lead off to the east. He's gone walkabout. Communications are down, and there are non-corporate dropships landing near the main facility. There were flashes of light on the horizon. I can't be certain, but I'd guess it's heavy arms fire. As per emergency protocol, I'm arming the defense drones. I'm not waiting for my pickup. I'm going to investigate. And there's the defense drones. Righty, so this guy has wandered off into the wilderness in this general direction, and we find him here. R. Montoya. It looks like he died from a single shot through his helmet, likely from a sniper. Whoever killed him didn't even bother to search his body. There's still equipment in his service pack. Hey, free stuff. And then we run over his corpse. That was a bit disrespectful. Apologies. If I had the bod to pull it off, I'd go to con as Jack. Oh, Jack. Hopefully people wouldn't mind a bearded Jack, but like accountability for politicians, it'll never happen. What I was kind of pondering the other day is the fact that, unlike, you know, years ago when this wasn't really viable, nowadays, 3D printing is, you know, reasonably cost effective. And I've got not one, but two mates with a fully armed and operational 3D printer. Could I just get a full suit of Stormtrooper armor printed out? I mean, I've got the helmets back there. I've got a Stormtrooper and a Shore Trooper, even better. And probably the one I would go for.
Attack! Release the Baron!
Maybe in the future. Maybe for a future call. 3 shots and he's dead. This is a damn good gun. I'm a little paranoid here. Yes, we are still on hardcore. Just checking.
Perimeter breach!
Just too good. That's what it is. Get fucked. I mean, I don't even think we're necessarily over-leveled for this mission or anything. I mean, this is kind of the usual point in the game when I do it. I never do it first, I never do it last. I kind of just use it as a sort of mid-season break. A little mid-season arc away from the main plot, if you know what I mean. Oh, he's stuck. Blah.
I work hard, Commander.
I hate their little soul patch that they do on their chins. Just makes them even grottier than they are. In 2 days? No way. What, 3D printing an entire... Of course not in 2 days. I wouldn't even be able to bring it on the plane. Unless I wore it. I wouldn't be able to bring it on the plane because I don't have the luggage capacity for a suit of armor, you know? Hey, oh, fucking double pressed. Bring back the pipe puzzle minigame. The Bioshock hacking modded into this,
Right
just
there.
so I don't have to
Doesn't
do
have
that.
end in bloodshed.
Oh, I don't think so.
Don't come any closer. We can do this the hard way, or we can end this peacefully.
I've got nothing to say to a Batarian terrorist.
Look, I'm just doing my job here. Hijacking this rock wasn't my idea. I signed on to make a little profit. A quick slave grab, nothing more.
A bottle episode, a prelude to Mass Effect 2's structure.
That's reason enough for me.
Damn it. Get him! No one leaves!
No hiding in cover. I'm having a few weird little controller problems today. Let me blame PS4. It was acting like, you know, in some games where if you point a gun at a friendly, it won't let you pull the trigger. It was doing that, but against the bloody Karm, whatever his fucking name is there. It's a bit odd. Maybe it was actually just because the cutscene had ended and like the script had the script to make him unshootable was taking a minute to catch up. I have no idea. It's acting a bit funny. They're just dropping like fucking dominoes. Let's not get overconfident. They can still like instant, well, not quite instant kills, but do a lot of damage very fast if we're not careful. All it takes is one missile like that, or a sniper or anything else. Sniper, speaking of which. Stop giving them ideas! Wow, team, we're doing really well. The only thing that could stop us now is a missile launcher and or a sniper. Dickheads. I just realized, when we get to Mass Effect 2, your Shepard will look like Anakin Skywalker's recurring nightmare. What, with the scarring and the... Oh, yeah, because we're doing an evil run. Yeah, he's going to look like shit. It's going to do the classic BioWare, when you do bad things, it shows on your face thing. Full Sith Lord, you know? It's not too late to change your ways. Don't become like me. I don't even know who's talking here. Saren, maybe, by that point. I thought Anakin's recurring nightmare was his mum dying. Nah, Anakin's recurring nightmare is sand. Haha, classic Star Wars joke. Sand, haha. Look, I'm tired, okay? Alright, come on. Poke your heads out. You wee turret heads. There we go. I do have to laugh at this defense setup. Like they put a turret on one of those like moving platforms, like a Duck Hunter circus game. You know what I mean? Like, did you think that was going to make it more effective for killing things? You know what would make it more effective? A fucking targeting system. I mean, unless the Mako's stealth or something, and that's why radar locks don't work anymore. That's nonsense. I mean, I don't actually... No, hold on. Mass Effect engines do produce heat, right? Or it's like radiation, at least. Because we do have to, like, empty the ship engine of radiation every time we exit. Yeah, definitely. So I'm just wondering there if, like, maybe the engine runs cold and that's what makes it difficult to target. But no, I'm pretty sure... Pretty sure the engines do have a pretty big heat buildup. Ah, who knows? Who fucking knows? It's sci-fi nonsense. Alright. God bless George. The world owes him an apology. Her and... Huh? Oh, her, Anakin's mum, and Natalie Portman trying to act under George Lucas's direction is Anakin's recurring nightmare. Bless.
Humans, take them out! Move it!
This first little run can be a bit tricky, because you've got no cover and you're just getting swarmed by drones, dudes, in all directions. But once we can get a foot in,
Form up.
right, that'll do. Up these stairs. There we go. You could do the duck walk.
Rally round.
Oh, forgot I mentioned this, but there is a pretty cool sci-fi show on Apple TV called For All Mankind that may float your boat. I watched the first of 4 seasons. Pretty good stuff. Funnily enough, second day in a row I've heard about this. I mean, I've heard of it before, but I just got brought up in a podcast, kind of talking about the Andor season 2 has just ended. Very good show. Go watch it. But it's like, if you want to watch something else, kind of similar, that was one of the recommendations. Oh, we've been flanked. We are. Well, a little good, it'll do them. Yes, bring yourself closer to me, so I may kill you more efficiently. Liara, get him. Oh no! How many of these fuckers are there? Yeesh. Right, I actually do not remember there being this many. They just seem to keep respawning. Fucking ridiculous. Ugh. Have we been flanked? It looks like it. Ah! That's one of the more annoying abilities enemies can do. They hit you with a grenade. Is it dampening? I forget what the which ability is. And it causes your weapon to overheat, basically on its next shot. Anakin's recurring nightmare in Revenge of the Sith was Padme dying in childbirth. Well, not actually you. That wasn't a recurring dream. That was just a dream. But what made it scary is the fact that the last time he had a dream of somebody dying in his life, it was his recurring dream of his mum. And so it was like this, oh no, I could tell the future. Time to become a Sith to save my wife. But yes, partial credits. Howdy howdy, I'm playing some Skyrim with an alternate start mod that puts you in a random location and lets you create a custom class. Right, this is not the same mod I use then. Unless this is two separate mods, one for the alternate start and one for the custom class. Interesting. Right. I'm gonna...
Die, human!
Oh, hello. The fuck? Is he just hiding in the...
You human.
in the shed? Skyrim doesn't have classes. I mean, I assume it's a mod that adds classes.
I'm just getting started.
Predictable, but this is over. I'm leaving this asteroid. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate these charges, and your helper and her friends are all going to die.
You don't get to leave, Balak. Not after what you've done.
What I've done? This is nothing compared to what's been done to the Batarians. We've been forced into exile, forced to survive on what we can scrounge up. It's been like that for decades.
Don't make it sound like you're the innocent party here. You brought it upon yourselves.
Really? You invaded our space, took our resources, and when we asked the Council for aid, they brushed us off. We were left to
'Cause you're
defend
ugly.
ourselves, but the humans
Skill
were
issue,
stronger than us.
frankly.
We knew that. The Council knew that. But it didn't matter. It was you. You and your kind are the only reason we're in this position.
How does killing innocent people make up for that?
I could ask you the same thing. How many innocent Batarians died at Torfin?
They got in my way.
Or had you forgotten about that?
Torfin was retaliation for your attack on Elysium. You pushed, we pushed back.
Enough! You couldn't possibly understand. Actually, you just don't want to understand, and I'm done wasting my breath. Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
Let him go and save the hostages? Or just kill the fucker? Well... Sorry, but we're doing this kind of playthrough, aren't we?
I'm not letting a terrorist like you go free. Do what you want with the others, but it'll be the last thing you do.
Yeesh.
I hope this is worth it!
Wow, you killed your hostages.
I'm gonna...
Not even a time bomb or anything, just straight up dead. Kinda tactically stupid if you ask me, but whatever.
Rally round.
Oh, okay. Bloody all the doors are locked. Snipey, snipey. You know what the aesthetic of Mass Effect 1 reminds me of? Those sci-fi B-movies of the 90s that filmed everything in Canada. Weirdly enough. BioWare also Canadian. Then it hit big for its sequels and moved to New Zealand. Oh. Come on, poke your head out. Come on, don't be lame. There you go. There you go. Was that so hard? Was that so hard, Balak? You dickhead. Oh, there's a rocket launcher somewhere. That's no good. Let's freeze that for a second. Stop. I'm taking cover behind a bit of a physics prop here, and every time the prop nudges, I get pushed out of cover. It's a drone. There's one guy left. How do you use it? There we go. Ah, no fun. No fun. Blah. Get up. I said get up. I'm making you the Normandy's new mascot.
You humans think you're so superior. But you're no better than us. I gave you a chance to save them, and you threw it away.
Yeah, but, like, you killed them, dumbass.
Who's the real terrorist here?
I'm enjoying our conversation too much to just kill you straight away.
You'll have to do better than that if you want to stop us. One day soon, the human race is gonna pay for what it's done. Damn it! You think killing me will make a difference? The Batarians have stayed hidden long enough. We won't be ignored, not anymore. There are thousands more like me waiting their turn, each one willing to die for our cause.
You know what? I changed my mind. You're the new mascot.
What? What do you want? Details?
This is psychopath behavior.
Yes.
It's too late for you.
You big, stupid jellyfish.
Flames, you'll know the Batarian rebellion has begun.
Who's your leader? Who's orchestrating all this?
I'm through talking. Just kill me. Get it over with.
Okie doke.
Gladly.
What a lovely race. I hope nothing bad ever happens to them.
Is it safe?
That was the last of them. Can you tell if the asteroid's stable?
That was a bit psychopathic. That might have been the darkest thing we've done.
I ran the numbers, Shepard. X-57 would have...
Oh, we're not on a good trajectory, are we, Shep?
Densely populated region. But that's not going to happen, thanks to you. Have you found Katie and her team?
I'm sorry, Simon. Balak took Kate and some others as hostages. There was a bomb in their cell.
You're not kidding, are you? Oh, God. How could this happen? I thought you were... Couldn't you save them?
No one could have done better. I mean, except for FemShep. She's kind of just better than me all around. But you know what? I'm the Shep you got. Deal with it.
You need to understand something. Not everyone
Mad
out
the
there
Shepherd's
in
a
the big
serious
bad galaxy
asshole.
likes humans. It's not safe. Some days the bad guys are gonna win. You ask me, the good guys made out pretty well today.
So this son of a bitch, this Balak, at least he's dead, right?
That's right.
Good. Shepard,
Good.
thank you for my grandchildren's lives. I don't think I'll stick around, though. Not with the team gone. Too many ghosts. It's time for me to get back and spend some time with my family. Before I go, I'd like to offer you something. Maybe you'll have more use for it than I will. As lead engineer, I get some quality items. Take your pick. You've earned it.
Now, the heavy armor is... Ooh. Fuck, I can't remember what I usually go for. what is the best thing, because the heavy armor is good, but I don't know if it's the best you'll get in the game. Fuck, I'm not gonna bother googling it. Let's just go for the heavy armor this time around. Yeah,
I need that heavy armor.
I hope you get good use out of it.
I think is it the Titan
One more thing. You asked me to look into your missing engineers?
or the Colossus?
Have you
Something
found
like
them?
Yes, all of them. Their bodies, anyway.
Oh.
Oh, this day's just been full of bad news, hasn't it?
Well then, I guess it's better than not knowing.
Everyone you've ever known and loved is dead.
Be well.
Take care of yourself.
We owe you.
Yeah, the Colossus. There we go. And that is a lot better than what we have, with, more importantly, 2 modification slots, which we can start doing something with. Do we have the shield modulators yet? Yeah, if I can just get the shields up just to maximum is usually what I do. When you just install 2 times high-ranking shield modulators. Just never let your shields go down. Sorry, missed the start of stream. Is this a fucking off at 8 o'clock kind of stream? It is. It is, I'm afraid. Right, back to the Normandy. Quick, simple, only a few civilian deaths. I'd call it a successful mission. Ooh, that is some nice armor. Yeah, it's pretty good. Again, I don't think it's the best in the game. If you really wanted to like hash it out, the better choice might have been the Quarian armor or the Omni tool. But I suppose if you're not going to have Tali with you for every mission, then you're not really getting max use out of that. Plus, she's got some decent armor already. Quarian armor is pretty rare in this game. That's kind of what makes it valuable as a reward from that mission. But we've managed to get at least the one so far. Right, let's go have a chat with our companions, I think. We're overdue, aren't we? Especially Rex. We need to kick that can a little further up the road in order to make sure we get his mission. Blub, 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 blub. Now, I swear to God, this elevator was faster before. Maybe on the PS5 version, it's like instantaneous. I could have sworn they just sped it up for Legendary Edition. Whatever. Rex.
What do you want, Shepard?
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
I can't remember if we've had this conversation already.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Yeah, I think it's the genophage we've not spoken about yet.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Meh.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
After that cheery conversation, anything else you want to talk about?
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight.
Yeah, this is what leads to his side quest. This is the important conversation.
It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
Coming.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes.
We need to focus on breeding. Thankfully, some of the tribes started coming around, if you know what I mean.
We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors.
Rex is a lover, not a fighter at heart. Unironically true, though.
From and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard?
Because it's working. I'm a deeply sad individual.
Unfinished business with my family.
Oh no. I couldn't stand to see Rex cry. It'd break my heart.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus.
Noise.
A Turian scum who collects relics.
It scared the cat away.
He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen
So there was something banging outside. Don't know if you guys can hear it.
He's got several bases where he stores his goods. All fortified and guarded.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard.
Rex.
Shepard.
Rex.
Shepard.
Well, Rex is a lover. He is a very good fighter. He is. He has the heart of a poet. Well, maybe not quite that far, but I mean, as we see, assuming he survives this game, he goes on to do good things. Good things for the Krogan people. Nope. Once again. I wish there was a journal in-game. Rex's family armor. Find the Turian who stole family armor. He's hiding in a base somewhere in the Argos Row cluster. So we don't know exactly where. But we'll find him. So what systems do we have here? Hydra or Phoenix? Flip a coin. Heart of a poet, libido of a glam rocker. Oh, there we go. I'll always scan the asteroid belts first. Probably the one thing, that's fine. Oh, I think that's the planet, because it is a frozen planet, if I remember right. Cool. So everything else in the system is done. Oh, I do forget, it's worth maybe scanning around stars sometimes. You can find hidden things. Rex should have been a permanent squad mate for Mass Effect 3. Like, I wish he was, but at the same time, he had places to be. It made sense that he wouldn't. Yeah, sure. Let's take the best buds. Him or Grunt. Well, it would have been nice if we had a Krogan for the third game, that's for sure. And no, James Vega doesn't count. Even if he is a big gorilla man. Hidden structure? They replaced both Krogans with Buffy the Vampire Slayer's husband. James Vega? I don't know. Apes mentioned. Yeah. James Vega is definitely the Rico of the team. He's definitely the Joe Rogan watcher of the team. Blah. You didn't hire enough guards. Vega is a monkey. Kind of.
This is the place. My armor's here somewhere.
I smell it. Guys, could you please go to where I'm Goddamn navigation. Come on.
Go, go, go!
They're doing that thing where they just kind of run around, swarming you. Just stay behind cover. It's cheating, what you're doing. Bloody pests. Come on, poke your head out. Right, that's the main guy done. Come on. I love it when the AI, like, by love I mean hate, when the AI go from running around like fucking maniacs with no sense of self-preservation to I'm gonna just sit behind cover and not move. It's like there's never a goddamn in between. At least, I'm glad at least Rex is a squad mate in the Citadel DLC. Yeah, the best DLC. Just do what I'm fucking asking. Come on. Yeah, burn them. Right. I think that's us done here.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
Did you hear that, guys? She called you all a slur.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
This is my crafting table. Rub your face on it. There's glue and shit on there. Oh well. You have fun. Rex touches his grandfather's armor. Rex touches his grandfather's... Turns page. Armor. His expression. Thoughtful, perhaps. Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes off his bemusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Why is Shepard so red? Because he's a gammon. Sorry, I just can't get over this goddamn cat. She's kind of just like half looking at me. Just in that sort of judgmental bottom of the eyes kind of way. Pretending like you're asleep. You're wide awake. You're wired. Anyway. Back to the Normandy. Isn't there a gammon system somewhere in Mass Effect? I don't know. Possibly. Ever make your way as far into the interior as the gammon system? Possibly. I'm just a simple man trying to make all the gammon in the universe. Is there any point talking to Caden? I suppose. No, you can't. Rex can't actually wear the armor. We never even get to see what the armor looks like. I assume it's some old, crusty, prehistoric. I mean, it's his grandfather's, which means it's potentially like 1,000 years old. Because, yeah, Krogan's lifespan is a millennium almost. So it's centuries at least. Fucking Neolithic armor. But yeah, it's just ceremonial at this point. You assumed that's what he's wearing in Mass Effect 2? I doubt it. Nice thought, but... I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's just kind of the same looking Krogan armor as everybody else in that game, really.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad they're on
Hades! Hades Gammon Cluster.
One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Pharos. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
Everyone on Pharos is dead already, Caden. You dumb fuck.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Like I've got time to write you up. You have something you want to say, feel free.
Fair enough. Truth is, there's something wrong with all of this. This Saren is trading people to aliens for some kind of lost knowledge. But we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
I trust you won't have any questions when whatever's coming hits the fan.
None. I'm not questioning the mission. I'm just concerned. You won't have to worry about me, Commander.
Good chat. Where's the other one? Where is the other one? Oh, should we check in on our new space girlfriend? Go chat up Liara. We did start talking to her last week, didn't we? You never leave this room much, do you?
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I don't think I've talked to you about how do you talk to girls? Tell me about your entire culture.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community.
Like
Each
all of them?
species contributes something to the
Your
greater
entire
whole.
species thinks that?
Although we seek to understand other species, it
Kinda
seems
generalizing
few of
here, aren't
them
we?
seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting. Cootie. I don't know why you would say that.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Why would
Is not quite the
Shepard,
proper term.
who's already begun a relationship with her, respond like that? I
Physical
don't know.
contact may or may not
Strange
be
that it's
involved,
even an option.
but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Here we go. Put into better words what I was trying to explain a few streams ago.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship...
They get turned into mulch.
Some unions are a single encounter with
We
both
eat them,
parents
we
parting
bite their
ways.
head off like a spider.
Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many
Well, actually, in the case of some Asari, we'll get there.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Hippy-dippy bullshit, if you ask me.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term,
Or a
was
mantis,
another
yeah.
Asari.
Yeah, both of Liara's parents were Asari, which, as I was saying before, is kind of unusual in this day and age, and a bit frowned upon.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer
Think about it,
common,
Shepard, you
not for
absolute
the
dumb
purposes
fuck.
of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both
Second
parents
screen
are
issues.
Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood.
Okay.
Though no Asari would ever be cruel
Laptop
enough
just
to
turned
say the
itself
word
off.
to my face. It is a great insult among my
What is that
kind.
fucking
It's
noise?
possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Sorry, somebody sounds like they're goddamn smashing in a wall downstairs with a sledgehammer.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part.
Alright, there we
It
go.
is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but
We'll have to
something
make do reading chat on a
happened to her
phone
before
for
she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I'm still here. I'm still listening. What? Oh, we're done.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Sorry, that's me. I hate it when neighbors do DIY. I don't think it's like actual DIY. I think someone's just... I have no fucking idea. We got new neighbors a few weeks ago and they're the noisiest bunch of cunts. Well, not like in day-to-day, but just the slamming the front door. The sort of shared communal door there. That kind of crap. Dragging bins through the hallways in the middle of the night. You know, just kind of very inconsiderate shit. Like, I don't hear them any of the rest of the time. It's not like they're loud or having parties or anything. It's just the kind of slamming of doors. Ah, fuck it. While we're here, we'll explore the rest of the system. So what time is that? We have about 45 minutes or so to go.
Message coming in.
Oh, well.
Patching it through.
Something's happening.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Communications failing.
Alright, investigate this distress beacon, I suppose. When does that ever go wrong? You know what, I'm pretty sure we don't even leave the vehicle. You guys can come. just to give you some fresh air before you die from carbon dioxide poisoning, you know? Ironically, we're going on to a planet that is probably 97% carbon dioxide and 3% monoxide, but either way, let's go. No, I just want to leave the vehicle. There we go. Soak in that ash. No, not you, Ash. Don't make it weird. Right, transponder signal, anomaly, I suppose. Whee! Oh, yeah, the Hydra system. I get it. Sorry, it took me a second to know what the fuck you were talking about. It's just one of these. It's just one of these mysterious set dressing pillars. That wasn't the actual signal. Signal is down here. Whee! Ah, Jesus Christ. Good chat. Sorry, just became suddenly very self-aware of the fact that I'm just silently driving forward here.
There's the downship. This must be the place.
Oh, thank you, Caden.
Careful, Commander. I've got a Geth. It's a trap!
It's a trap! She said the line. Oh crap, bloody drones, they're the big... dangerous. Get ragdolled. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to sit on top of this dude so he can't do anything while shooting his buddy. Nice. Is this the last one left? We all good? We're all good. I have died there before, so I'm aware that you can get a bit overwhelmed. Isn't this the escape pod that R2 and C-3PO? Look, sir, droids! I found a penny! Guess that's us done there, then. It was a trap the whole time. There were no survivors. You're sitting on that Geth like a bear on DiCaprio. It's a valid strategy. Hey, kitty cat. Do 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 do. Yes? What? Right, we're done here. I suppose... Next step? Niveria? Do we just begin the next main mission? I suppose we probably just should. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go another week without making some actual main story progress. Let's at least begin. Nothing. Oh, I should have read the planet. TLDR, it's a corporate tax haven.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
You know, if you can just get a quick read of the lore. Also, that's some beautiful concept art. I've got that in the concept art art book over there on my shelf. Neveria is a small frozen terrestrial world, barely habitable by conventional definitions. It is privately chartered by the Neveria Development Corporation, who lease out labs to perform research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere. Given Neveria's unique situation, it is the source of many wild conspiracy theories. Population 361,000. So, yeah, you kind of get the idea. All the different kind of pharmaceutical and weapons manufacturers and shady businesses. Well, corporations. I mean, I repeat myself, don't I? Do all of their more suspect things on this planet, away from the authorities. Who should we bring? No, I think, yeah. I think the most interesting people to bring on this particular mission are these two. Liara's pretty much a must.
Equalizing interior pressure
Rex
with
for the
atmosphere.
ending.
Logged. The
Neveria looks like
officer is
Alderaan.
ashore.
It looks like Alderaan
Has the deck.
minus a few degrees. A bit more, polar. Alderaan if it was moved a little bit further from the sun, maybe. Hello.
That's far enough.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
No.
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, man.
I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Oh, I don't think so.
Don't try it.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1.
These weapons are my religion.
2,
Captain Matsuo, stand down.
It's a ceremonial assault
Confirm their
rifle,
identity.
sniper
Spectres
rifle,
are
shotgun,
authorized to carry
and pistol.
weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be
And
less
Krogan.
confrontational. Karasini-san will meet you upstairs.
It's my emotional support, Krogan. I'm allowed to bring him. Isn't that right, Rex? Come on, Rex, give me some emotional support. You're alright, Chip. You're doing good. Hang in there.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Huh? Embarrassing. First time I played this game, I missed the entire sub-story in this first area. Got a pass from the bloke by the lifts. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of different ways of getting through this. Take Liara and Rex with you. Well, funnily enough... Sorry, I just saw your comment. Yeah, there's a bunch of ways to get through this first area. Sometimes you can just miss a ton of content.
Coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
Is this privacy intended to hide illegal research?
This planet is beyond the jurisdiction of the Citadel. The law is what the executive board says it is. Do you know how valuable this planet is? How many advances in genetics and artificial intelligence got their start here?
Artificial intelligence? That's illegal.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
I need to talk to her. And I'm saying tonk. And winking at you, so that my blue girlfriend here doesn't realize I mean murder. Shit, I said it out loud.
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
For God's sakes.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
I can't trust... Yeah, of course I can.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Damn straight.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
We may be rude. We may be abrasive. We may be a little bit genocidal against Batarians.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most
But we take the well-being of our crew seriously, don't we, Shep?
Development. For your own safety,
Meaning the in-laws is never easy.
you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available.
I got a good excuse. I can't speak the same language as mine, so... we got on fine. I eat my mother-in-law's food, and she's happy that I do, so... I left a good impression, and that's enough. Well, we go straight to... Fuck it, let's go see what this jellyfish wants first.
You big, stupid jellyfish. This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan. News travels fast here. Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you.
Who do you think I am?
This one has procured a special item for a customer.
Oh.
The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs. You want me to use my status to smuggle for you? That is not inaccurate.
What's the item?
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is. This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port. I want to know where this package is going. This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous. Your customer would prefer to have his package. Tell me who it's for, or I walk out. Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger.
Okay.
You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay.
I don't actually think I've ever done this quest before. At least not by actually agreeing to do it. I think I usually either skip it or I hand it into the authorities like a fucking Boy Scout. But let's do it. I'm curious to know if this Inamorda fella shows up as an actual person we have to fight later. That would be interesting.
I have no problem.
I honestly have no memory
This
of having
one
done this.
humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator and... Is there anything else? I'm just browsing. This one
Fuck it,
awaits
let's
your
go
return.
grab this before we do anything else then. See, this place feels especially low-budget sci-fi, brackets, positive. If it were a film, the location would be an open university during summer. You know what, it's it does remind me of, like, sorry to keep going on about it, but a lot of the on-location filming in Andor, because for a lot like the Coruscant scenes, it actually was a bit like this, you know, very concrete and glass, because it was filmed in places like, I don't know, old, like, 70s, 80s blocks in London or whatever else. A lot of the stuff in this last season was filmed at the, I'm suddenly forgetting now. Ah, fuck, where was it in Spain? A science city in southeast Spain. It's called like the Science City. All kind of white architecture, big flowing kind of arches and things. Where the fuck is it again? Ah, I'm Googling it.
Stand by, shore party.
But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Kind of, Doctor Who set. Star Trek sets.
Logged.
Was it Valencia?
The commanding officer is...
Yeah, I think it was Valencia.
XO Presley stands relieved.
What am I doing? I think I had to go back to my ship, right? Retrieve the package. This package has been left outside the Normandy in the docking bay. Right? Did I pick it up? I kind of zoned out. Ooh, big crack.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck.
Okay, so assuming we have the package then from the docking bay, we go hand it into this Krogan. God, I'm reading your comment again. It looks like an open university during summer. It's so accurate. I know exactly what you mean. Like, there's some buildings around St. Andrews and the university there. Kind of like, you've got the old buildings, which are like old brick, stone, fucking ancient. But then the kind of stuff built again in the sort of 80s or whatever. Very kind of concrete, brutalist. Really reminds me of this. Blizzarding outside. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know whether I've always liked the very concrete aesthetic of the first Mass Effect game, but at the same time, it's unique. You know, because so many different sci-fi settings, especially in video games, where obviously they're not restricted by, like, set design or anything, your sci-fi environments are all plated in metal, you know? Think of, like, your Halo hallway. Actually, Halo's maybe not necessarily... Okay, modern Halo is a good example, but, like, classic Halo was a lot more like this, I think. Great example is if you're playing on the remastered Combat Evolved, and you've got the button that can swap between old and new. And old is like this, you know, kind of much more blank walls, concrete, and in new... LED lights everywhere for no fucking reason. Hideous.
How can I help you?
If Mass Effect were a film, when it wasn't filmed in art colleges, etc., it would be filmed in a quarry. A lot of it, yeah. Tell me about the corporations here.
Tell me about the companies that
That's what I
work
said.
on Novaria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all. How can I help you?
Oh, can we not just walk in? Oh, bloody hell. I need to speak to your boss.
How can I help
I need to see your boss.
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
you? One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus.
Yes, what?
When I played Mass Effect, my Shepherd hated Batarians because of her backstory. I had her kill any Batarians she found. She saved the hostages. Oh, kind of contradictory then. A certain side quest with an angel, I had her go renegade. Oh, yeah.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain spaceborne vagabonds.
Hey!
You have a problem with spacers?
With any transient population. Unreliable consumer bases. Tax dodgers, probably. This greeting is a courtesy.
Can I punch this guy?
Cooperate as required by the executive board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Fucking imagine accusing us, me. So my family obviously were Alliance military. So we spent, I grew up on Alliance military ships. And he's like, tax dodgers. Not like me. A tax dodger. Living and working on this planet to avoid the authorities, you fucking hypocrite. This is basically space Switzerland, and you know it.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
I don't know.
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company
Or
would take
what,
no
Cayman
precautions
Islands would
against
be
loss
better.
of life?
Better example.
Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Oh, there we go. I mean, have the option to hand in the smuggled goods, but we're not doing that.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He's a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Interesting.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Hate this guy.
Shepard, I am sure that there are other people here who could help us.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Prick. Don't worry, he'll be dead soon. I mean, arrested soon.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
Fuck, I just had to cheese a Draugr Deathlord at level 5. It's one of those Murdoch people.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
What, an executive? A CEO? Free Luigi!
I can bludgeon pretty
Fuck, I was gonna say that if he did.
Ulrich Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot.
You can't bludgeon your way through bureaucracy, yeah, but I can bludgeon my way through a bureaucrat.
Talk to you later.
Very well.
I could bludgeon my way through at least 100 bureaucrats. In a row. Lined up. Side to side. I mean, at least let me try. Come on, arrange it. Going for a Guinness World Record. Right, where's this Krogan? Return the package. Or do I just need to bring it to Jellyfish? The big stupid one.
Do you have the package? The customer grows restless.
Here you are.
The Spectre has done a great service for this one. This one promised compensation for services rendered.
What?
It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
You're trying to make me laugh. You think I'm here to amuse you, to make funny sputtering noises when you offer an insult instead of a reward.
No. This one would never.
It's a hell of a line.
This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more.
Is that the new word the kids use now for sex? Bludgeoning? Not that I'm aware of. Jesus Christ.
That's thoughtful of you.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement.
I'm just browsing right now.
I like how he said sputtering, like it was a thespian. Yeah, it was very, I don't know, it was very different. It was a good line read, Shep. But you had fun with that line. Just making a joke. I could fuck 100 bureaucrats. Just watch me. Annalise, You're first. Bend over. Stop it. Getting weird. One shepherd versus 100 bureaucrats, but of which species is the question? Well, I don't imagine there's that many Krogan bureaucrats. I bet they're mostly squishy Solarians. Jesus Christ. When bludgeoning becomes a euphemism for sex. We're playing D&D. You take 5d8 bludgeoning damage. I hope it was consensual. How much time we got? 10 minutes or so. This one could provide multi-limbed pleasure as well as the agreed amount. Can't fuck a Krogan, can't fuck a Solarian. Not even an option. For shame. What do you want?
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for...
By God, where are your eyebrows?
Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Actually, very... kind of a funny little thing. So, like, no Asari in this universe have eyebrows, except for Liara. And then you realize she draws them on. Why? I don't know. She's just trying to appeal, I guess.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are.
We just walk in on the medical bay, we catch her mid.
For my job. You
with a
are
permanent marker.
quantity. Or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in binary helix?
See?
They do not
Permanent marker eyebrows.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement program. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate binary
Corporate
helix.
espionage.
Let me know what you decide.
Sorry, I didn't mean to just...
Well, are you willing to help me?
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. I've assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could...
I'll go see him.
I've played the game before. He scratches the back of his head when he's lying or something. Let's go talk to him. We just gotta keep him talking while this little device hacks into his Bluetooth, essentially.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas, I'm Commander Shepard, a Spectre. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
I might be. That depends on what sort of offer your company can make.
It was my understanding that the Citadel contracted to a Solarian corporation for its enhancement program.
Shepard probably could screw all his enemies, could probably screw all his enemies to peace, given that his member is like an expensive vacuum success. I'm not even gonna fucking unpack that one. Sure. Maybe she does it for the same reason Twi'leks do it, to be more attractive to humans. Yeah, well, we know that bloody Liara has a thing for Shep.
Mr. Vargas, I'm here to talk business with you.
Doesn't explain why she had them on when we first met her, but...
You have my full attention, Shepard. I'm merely getting a handle on my negotiating position. First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize the odds, but our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting.
Nonsense words, nonsense
enhancement
words.
Improves speed by 60.
I see you've done some research. However, we believe they cherry-picked their sample to show optimum results. I can get you those improvements for 30K.
There we go. Scratch in the back of the head.
For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package. Guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
That's the commercial price.
If I just keep
individual
doing the
purchases.
the red dialogue choice.
There is a standard discount. I can push it upstairs, I'm sure, somewhat. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Novaria, some not entirely legal.
I wear a lot of hats, Mr. Vargas. Some days I shut down criminals, some days I defuse nukes. Some days I like to enjoy private vices. You understand me?
I suppose. My apologies.
Nope, there you go.
Sounds like my crew needs me for something. I'll be in touch.
Of course, Commander. We look forward to doing
Well, that was
business
easy.
with the Citadel.
I don't know what the fail state is of that, to be honest. I mean, the fact that we kept having the option to do the red dialogue kind of just meant we could breeze through it. Otherwise, it'd probably be a bit more of a puzzle to try to get him to keep talking. But hey ho. That is honestly why the game kind of does force you to pick a side when it comes to Paragon Renegade, because if you half and half it, you're always kind of going to be falling short of hitting whatever threshold it is for those dialogue checks, you know. Well, I suppose I don't know exactly how it works. Is it? Because obviously the bar here, we can go up to, you know, this point here. Up to level, what's this, level 10? Well, we only have a maximum of level 8 for our Paragon. However, exactly this, whatever algorithm is involved here, level plus how full your bar is. So I guess if we just filled all the points here, it wouldn't be too bad either. But whatever, it's a whole thing. Yeah, fuck it, let's max out assault rifles, since that's our main weapon. And health, sure.
Any results?
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
I wear a lot of hats. Some days I wear trucker caps. Some days I wear a propeller hat. Then there's days when I wear a beer hat.
I could easily call Mr. Vargas and tell him
Sure.
what I just did.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Shep hard, heh. Good God, I'm a juvenile. You sure are. What's going on around here? Absolutely nothing. Good to know.
What sort of offer did they make you?
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention numbers. They'd only write them down on thin strip.
Full benefits, of course.
Oh, sure. The company takes care of its own. Full insurance, paid vacation, subsidized housing. After a year, I'd start getting
5 minutes.
You hear about the resort?
Right, let's talk to Lorik Keen. This is for
Afternoon.
getting
Sit down,
access.
have a drink. What can I do for you?
Did you see an Asari matriarch recently?
Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not every day a matriarch arrives with a guard detail of commandos.
Is it so unusual to see a matriarch?
They rarely venture beyond Asari space. To see such an esteemed figure is surprising. Lady Benezia was also dressed for her role. An Asari in a pinstriped suit set tongues wagging among the younger male employees, so to speak.
Young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species.
Yeah, they're talking about your mother, Liara. It's a bit weird. You're standing right there.
I have a different question.
Humans are full of questions. I should write a book about it while I have the time to spare.
Are you Lorik Keen? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Systems Alliance Navy.
It's too late for cover-ups, Commander. Your picture has been sent to every employee. They've been warned that speaking to you is grounds for termination.
Oh.
Lorik Keen, For the moment, I am the manager of the Synthetic Insights Office.
Taking a 3-martini lunch?
You mean my loitering here? If only it were mere indolence. Mr. Analaeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man.
Liara being like, males have an obsession with my ass-kicking, exotic dancing, smart-as-hell species. Also, we're blue.
Skip to the part where you tell me what you want and what you'll give me for it.
Put bluntly, the administrator demands rent kickbacks from the companies on Noveria. I acquired evidence of Analaeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office.
Goons mentioned!
I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analaeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... what is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Analaeus' thugs may be necessary.
That's fine.
He has members of Hanshan's... He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. The evidence is on my office computer. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
I like that guy. Right. Don't imagine there's anything up here worth a fuck, but we'll have a look. I'm sure we can quickly mop up the corrupt cops raiding his office before we have to leave. Oh, I know you.
Beat it.
You're the guy. You're the guy who I was going to give the smuggled stuff to.
I said beat it. Go find something else to do, stupid mammal. If you don't stop poking me, I'll throw you off that balcony. Beat it.
Wow. Nothing. Shit! Actually, you know what? We should really change who we have on our team. We need somebody who... Fuck, what we need... Never mind. I mean, we have to do this... Well, we don't have to, but I'd like to do this mission with Rex and Liara. For, story purposes, but it means we don't have anybody who can do any decryption, which means we're leaving a lot of loot on the table. Oh well. No, you just passed the doorman, the greatest superhero. Think I got time? 5 minutes to clear a room? We'll try. Then I really gotta run. Right, his offices are just down here, I think. Hello.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
What'll you do if I don't?
You're the Spectre, right? Laura Keene is under investigation.
Analaeus is paying you to shake this place down. That makes you a criminal. I can kill criminals.
You're bluffing.
When the wager is one's life, is calling the bluff really so wise?
He ain't paying me enough to take on Spectres or Alliance troops or whatever. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Yeah, thanks for backing me up there, Liara. Wise words. Blah. Well, that was easy. Alright, we need to grab this evidence, don't we? From his private terminal. Nice Starship Troopers cosplay. Dumbass. Doo-doo-doo. Would you like to know more? You can also pick up Sorry, on my phone's bloody love hearts in the way. You can pick up Liara or Rex story mission after. Sorry, what am I trying to say? You can't allows pick up Liara or Rex for the story mission after getting the. No, I'm not fucking doing that. I mean, we need to. I'm talking about like between here and the end. Every time there's a decrypted box, we're going to not be able to pick it up. And I don't think it's possible, or certainly it's completely beyond reasonable to run back to the Normandy every time we want to swap companion.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk?
We're overpowered as it is. We don't need every piece of loot.
Analeus would throw you off world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're breaking the law for bribe money. You know what we do to dirty cops on my world?
If you want to fight, I'll give you one.
You talk the talk. Let's see if you can walk after I break your legs.
Can I shoot, please? There we go. Again, like before. I think it's just because it's too soon after a cutscene. The game's a little weird about me. It's like Shepard doesn't know how to turn his safety off quick enough. What Shepard ever has the safety on his rifle? Not this Shepard, anyway. No? Not an option? She's pretty resistant to batterage. Don't ask how they were aiming at me. Yeah, the sniper laser does kind of emerge horizontally from the rifles sometimes. Easy peasy. Fuck it. Uni's just gonna have to wait. I kind of want to wrap up this particular plot thread before we end stream. So we've got the evidence. We can prove Administrator Analeus is corrupt. And there she is, right on cue.
Reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
I didn't do nothing.
Of course not. Why would I?
Don't play me, Shepard. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Oh. And what could she want? Maybe she's the first bureaucrat who wants bludgeoning, if you know what I mean. Sex! Sadly, I gotta go pick up dinner right now, this very second, Pisces. Ah, see you later. Oh. That was a bit of a thud. Sprint as fast as this heavy armor will allow.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Novaria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Analeus' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
So this is the plot thread that you missed entirely by
the source of the problem.
just getting the pass from the what is it, the garage guy, the janitor?
Inspectors play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Pay me, Jesus Christ. Corrupt as hell. Nah, I'm not corrupt.
Alright, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
I'm doing this because I don't like Annalise.
You know where I work.
He called me a vagabond. That's the only reason I'm going along with the feds here. Wait, hold on. So I am now... Yeah, oh yeah, I return this to him, don't I?
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
Testify against Annalise.
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Annalise.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it? I have no interest in a public spectacle.
If necessary, yes. Do what I tell you to, or Annalise will find what he's looking for.
It is good to have all our cards on the table. I regret that you have a better hand. Very well, I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your
25
contact.
renegade
I will wait here.
points. Yummy, yummy. Right. Report back to Gianna at Annalise's office. Get him arrested, and then we'll call it a night. I was playing it like Gears of War, because to me at that time, RPG meant something like Final Fantasy. My post-uni full-blown depression brain couldn't comprehend slowing down in a game like this. Slowing it down and soaking it in. It's funny, because I remember distinctly my first time playing this, getting through Eden Prime, and then as soon as I got to the Citadel, I mean, I was loving it, and I was totally immersed, but I got to the Citadel, and I was starting to pick up all these different plot threads and all of these codex entries, and it was opening up, and I was like, wow, there's so much to do. I'm gonna fucking take a break. I'll come back to it tomorrow. I remember, like, kind of being a bit overwhelmed by just how much there was to do.
Spectre,
And came back
have
I
you given
did.
any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
That's some gratitude you got there.
Sorry, I'm used to having my guard up. When people find out I'm internal affairs, they treat me like a traitor. While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
That dress does look very uncomfortable.
I'll see
Like
that you never
the
work in
neck
this sector
piece
again.
here.
Yeah,
You can't move your head down without getting your stab at you.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
And with that, we are going to have to call it a night, as I must rush off. Righty-ho. If I wasn't stuck in unemployment for as long as I was, I don't know if I would have played Mass Effect again. So, yay, unemployment. At least it lets you gives you time to play games. God, that's depressing. Right, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you had fun, and we will be back in a while. I don't know for sure if I'm going to stream next Monday. I'll try, I guess. Because it's going to be quite... Yeah, fuck it, I'll probably make it. I'll be coming back late on a Sunday night, but... Come on, what else have I got going on? Right, see you next week. Ta-ta. Have a good rest of your evening.